Well, I started playing piano at 6 years old. My mum taught me how to play my first piece, and then I started singing at 8 years old, mostly classical stuff and musical stuff. And so I was kind of always quite musical from early on. And then I sort of, one way or another, ended up at art school, St Martin's, and for a while thought I was going to be an artist. But then music just kept coming back, I kept coming back to it and skipping classes and going home and making songs. So yeah, it was just kind of a big progression, and yeah, now here I am. So important, because I care mostly just about melody and, arrangement, and I'm quite classic in the way that I construct the songs, even though the materials are contemporary and, sample based and mash up, so it's kind of modern in that sense. But yeah, it's totally integral to how I think about music, how I make music. Obviously singing those classical songs and hearing those, sort of legendary pieces of music and compositions, that has to have some kind of effect. And yeah, early on especially. So yeah, definitely big part of that. Well, when I was in bands when I was like 14, it was all very indie kind of guitar stuff, but I was just a singer, I didn't play guitar. And then I started playing guitar at 15, badly. And then, yeah, I think what happened was I started recording my own stuff. I split up with all the different bands, decided I knew what I wanted to do, that I had the strongest idea for myself, and worked best that way. And yeah, just started recording in my room. And the music kind of took shape in that room, because it was, I didn't have drums, so I had to sample drums, and that's kind of how it started, yeah. Yeah, it's this mini Casio keyboard, which has the Casio chords, which is basically you just press one thing down and it's a whole chord. It's really good for writing, and I've used that in like pretty much all my songs somewhere, yeah. A lot of the time, yeah, melody, chords, and then, arrangement, composition after, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, at school I never liked group activity. I hated it, in fact. And, I think I knew what I wanted, and I think I've always been quite, sort of, I don't know, kind of doing things by myself, and so it's just an extension of that. I mean, I love people, I love being around people. I have a strong network and really good friends and close to my family, but I think with work I kind of just know how I want it, so yeah, makes sense. The food and the parties and seeing other bands out there, and playing that festival. It's such a huge thing for any UK artist. I'm just really grateful that I've been given the chance to do it. I've heard about it my whole life, so yeah, I'm just excited to play shows and Americans, and yeah, I love America. You just have to be really organised and I guess be a very good leader, make sure that your band's all okay, emotionally in a good place, not drinking too much. There's kind of like management as well, and yeah, just be prepared. And obviously you can't prepare for everything, like in life, things happen, but you just have to kind of, yeah, get ready for the adventure. I haven't actually looked at the list yet because I've been quite busy, but I'm sure there'll be so many people that I want to see. Yeah, too many probably. Won't be able to see all of them. Yeah, I'm hoping Drake will sort of pop up somewhere, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think just like naturally talk to people, and usually you end up talking to someone and you find out that they're influential, but it's not really. I don't think of it as networking. I just think of it as talking to people. That's how I've met a lot of people, and you just make friendships like that. So I'm excited to make new friends in bands, in the industry. Just make a mark, I guess. Like feel like I've got something going that not everyone else from the UK does, just kind of, I guess, have an identity and a strong idea of who I am as an artist and what I believe in. Yeah, just to kind of spread that message a bit. I think it's really important to have the support from your own country, especially. I feel like it's quite hard to get that sometimes, especially if you sound English, you know, if you're from London, because it's hard to please Londoners. So it's really great to have your own country's support, and you know, it just makes everyone more excited. Yeah.